Time to do lots and lots of arena in a row. All of the arena. Let's put my face up there. Okay. That's that. That's interesting. To see what it does on auto. I guess he still doesn't use his A3 on auto, but it makes sense if he wants to kill something, he doesn't need to use his A3 to kill it. It's fine. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So, arena event's definitely going to be my event. Oh, I just lost my face now by doing that. Great, okay. Now that we figured that out, put that up there maybe. I don't know, it's kind of in the way. But I'm hoping to get bigger than 300k on my crit. I think that'd be fun if it was going to be possible. And I'm just using this. It's not my best team, it's just a team that's fun for me to play. Because most of the time in Arena, I'm not facing off against anybody that's going to make a big enough difference anyway. However, let's just kill this Zargala. Whoa. Yeah, I think what I'll need to do for this guy is use my regular team. Just based off of, I'll need to do my AoE. I didn't even look at his power, because I go on these strings of killing everybody for long periods of time that I forget that there's people out there that can win. Hey man, how's it going? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, to be honest. That's why I never say your name. If it's Nezhk or something like that, I'm not exactly sure. But I'd like to be able to say your name. Okay. It's a completely different story when I'm not trying to get big crits. Makes life easier. Whoa. That Gork's got some defense. The old Zavia. How you liking your Zavia so far? by the way. She treating you nice? She whisper you sweet nothings in the ear? I like my allure that I have on my other account. She's pretty fancy, although she's very squishy. Cartman. Let's look at Talia. I always forget Talia's stuff that she's got. Okay, so it is counterattack and weaken. That's what it was. I always forget. On enemies. So is that an AoE, but it just doesn't do any damage? It's very interesting. Anyway, yeah, she seems like she'd be good for the clan boss a little bit because she's got a 3-hit A1 and counterattack, which is cool. What's my opinion on the event? This is my favorite event, personally, because it's so easy for me to do. It just takes me a couple hours and then it's all done. The event is definitely catered towards veterans who are in Gold 4, or anybody can really get to Gold 4 right now. Um, but yeah, huge advantage in Gold 4 for this event for sure. Let's just take a look at what's required of it right now. Sorry for my crazy hair, but it's too hot to wear my hat. Yeah, so 20 points. So each gold medal, oh, look at that. It's the same now. So gold medals are worth 1, silver medals are worth 1. Oh, that's different now. That's interesting. I'm glad that they did that because now it's the same for everybody. So you have to get 950 divided by 4 is 237 games is what it's going to take. That's a lot. So, yeah. But I do have the gems for it, so I'm going to do it. If it's the only thing I can do, honestly, out of the events, it's the one that I find the easiest for me because that's all I really like doing is arena. I'm just doing this to lower my energy so I don't have full energy. It's not impossible, you just have to save your gems for it. And there's three days that you have to do the event, right? Or is it two maybe? But anyway, you get 50, you get 25 games a day, right? Or is it 35? No, it's 25 or 36. Wait. 24 plus 10 plus 5 is 39. So yeah, you get 39 tokens every 24-hour period. So that's 78 for 2 days. So yeah, I mean, you'd need to spend a good like 300 to 500 gems at the very least. Unless you've got a lot of tokens saved up from some other way. I'm not sure if you can do that or not because I'm pretty sure they leave after 24 hours too in your mailbox. So yeah, you need to spend like a good 500 gems on this. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm definitely gonna save my. I'm gonna spend my gems on this because I get a lot of energy as reward, and there's a lot of gems that I get as a reward, and there's also the epic skill tome that I get, which is worth it. As long as I'm getting skill tomes, it's worth it to me to spend some gems, and I can't spend like the summon event is way worse, honestly. The summon event is definitely impossible for any free to play person, like way more than impossible. You need to spend like 4,000 gems in order to do that one because of how many ancient shards it takes to get the 6,000 points or whatever you needed to do. 2,500 points it was at 20 points a shard. An artifact upgrade event is definitely the quickest and easiest. But this one's not too bad for me because I prefer to do arena anyway, and it gives me a chance to quickly update my Great Hall while getting rewards at the same time. Because the Great Hall is a very efficient thing to work on. It's neglected by most people because they don't like doing that many arenas, I'm not sure, but um, 25% crit damage bonus for getting 10 out of 10. Like, that's a serious bonus. 25% bonus to attack and everything. Huge. It's definitely worthwhile to get in those games. I'm hoping that, well, yeah, out of 234 games, that is, well, 950, 936. Well, yeah, 950 is what it will be. 950 um, tokens. I don't know what to call them. Medals? Like, I've got very bad aphasia. I don't know if anybody has noticed that, but it's like when you have a stroke or you have brain damage or whatever, you a certain part of your brain is damaged in the language area, and it prevents you from being able to remember words when you need them. Aphasia, look it up if you don't know what it means. That's what I deal with all the time, like crazy. It's very frustrating. But hey, that's life. D-roll. He's de-rolling. Oh, I forgot to put my Knight Errant back in. Knight Errant could have had a heyday on this one. I saw him do a 305k crit. I was like, damn. I want to get him on Minotaur to see his biggest crit on Minotaur, but whenever I go and try it, it's, I don't know, I just have bad luck, I guess, with setting up all my debuffs and whatnot. So it hasn't worked out for me to get the 600k crit yet. But I'm working on it. And if I switched all the gear over to Cold Heart, oh man, I might actually do that. Might get Cold Heart up next just to see what that would be like. So I still have never gotten Cold Heart to 60 yet. Which A3? Knight Errant's A3 or because we'll put in. Ooh, we can do this now. Let's see if this works out. Yeah, I'll show his A3. It increases damage by 75% when he has full health. So that's what it does. Okay. Let's just focus on getting their defense down. Oh. Well, I guess I can't test it out on this one. Hey, Claudia and Deadpool. How's it going, guys? Gonna get, let's see if we can get the big boy crit on this team. Hopefully they don't die from the AoE, because that's less fun. I gotta be careful not to underestimate a team too much because I don't want to lose any of my games by accident like I did already. Okay, now we can get, he's got defense up, so it's not going to be that big. 76k, and I didn't have my full health. Yeah, oh well. Bigger crits next time. But that's still good though, I mean, still does 76k even when everything's working against him for the most part. Well, aside from the affinity disadvantage. And now everybody knows uh, what affinities do with those long-awaited information video that they did on affinities. I don't know if anybody watched that yet from the official raid channel. But oh, I didn't even think to maybe change my team because I'm still using this really garbage team to face off against this guy. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Yeah, whoops. So, I mean, Gorg didn't die. Let's find out what happens here. Maybe I should switch my team up to one that's more capable of killing anything. I don't know. Pretty unlikely for me to survive past this point, so I think I'm just gonna restart the game, and I'll put in my Sinisha speed lead, or not my Sinisha, my Lysandra. I just wanted to put in Kalia because she gives the 25% bonus to attack, but I'm being a little bit, what's the word? Risky with doing stuff like that. Speaking of affinity, can't the resist debuff be applied on weak hits? They cannot resist debuff. I actually am not sure what you're saying, but I think what you might be saying is the weak hits can't apply a debuff. And that's correct. Weak hits cannot apply a debuff. However, you can apply a debuff on the weak affinity, just not on a weak hit. There's a difference between a weak hit and a weak affinity. That explanation in that video was really crappy. He did a really poor job of explaining things. He made it really confusing, is what he did. I'm pretty sure the guy doesn't even play the game, but he probably was given a script to follow, something along those lines. But at any rate, weak hits are a 35% chance. At least he got that right. It's a 35% chance of getting a weak hit on the wrong affinity. So if you're attacking green as a red, or, you know, red as a blue, or blue as a green, then it's 35% chance of getting a weak hit. And on those weak hits, you can't get a debuff landing. Hey, how's it going, Onet Tor play? Alright. Maybe I shouldn't fool around so much anymore. I don't want to lose any more games. But I definitely want to see big Knight Errant crits, so it's like 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. That's the thing about single target champions, is that they're just not as viable. Like, no matter how much damage they do, even if they do 300k single target, it's still not as good as the AoE champions who can do debuffs and do big hits and hit virtually as strong as single target hitters, but on everybody at once. It's really hard to compare to that. I haven't tried Knight Errant artifacts on Zargala yet. Um, it's a little bit too slow as it is because I like her defense down debuff to go first. But there might be, if I get another Zerker piece to try out, then I'll try it out on her. I also need a fair chunk of cash to do it, like 1,000,000 silver to do that test. I think this one is a good one to smash out a Knight Errant hit. Oh wait, it's all magic. Whoops. They're all gonna die from Zargala's hit. Might as well kill this guy. But yeah, I mean, her Devastate would probably hit like a truck with 250% crit damage. Because that's 100% more crit damage than she has currently. And it would be around the same amount of attack power that she has, but it's about 50 speed less. So that would be the big hit that I would take in switching that armor over. Man, oops, I didn't even look. Hopefully this team doesn't kill me. I managed to get on my big 265 crit damage. Whoa. And 65 crit rate, 4600 attack. Whoa. Yeah, well, those are some serious stats you have there. What's the speed at? Because the speed is a very important part. If the speed's not high enough to even get a chance to go, then it's a sad day. So there is only one skill that I know of that can avoid weak hits. Which skill is that? Okay, yeah, 140. If you have 2 turn boosters going before, then that can be viable, but yeah. Oh, pure damage and things that say in the skill that they can't be weak hits or that they're always normal hits. Like War Maiden has an A2 that says cannot be or must be a normal hit or can't be critical hit, something like that. Maybe it can be a weak hit. But yeah. Not having the weak percentage against the affinities is actually quite a major deal because weak hits can't crit either. Can't crit, can't apply debuffs. It's really crap to go against the wrong affinity. Like my Knight Errant's A3 will go from 280% to virtually, or not 280%, 280k to like 18k if it's the wrong affinity. And I should really pay attention. I should just stop trying to get these big crits because clearly I'm not winning with my Knight Errant. Even though I want to, sometimes you just can't get what you want. Okay. I don't know who I'm gonna be able to kill now. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a taunt off, but we'll try. Damn. Damn. Alright, I gotta be less. of a crit hunter. Okay, I want them to change that silver cost for switch gear. Yeah, or at least have a day where they have a free silver day. A free gear switching day. Because that'd be nice. I think other games have tried that and found success. Alright, I'm too scared. I don't want to lose any games. I'll only use my knight errant on teams that I know he's going to be able to get that crit off on. Because otherwise, it's just no fun. Don't want to accidentally lose a game. That would be sad. I love when Zard gets a kill on her A or on her AoE. So strong. Oh, let's get some more medals. Oh, we're not quite ready for more medals yet. I guess I'll have to buy some. That's alright. I've got to probably use a good 400 or 600 gems on Arena to be able to do the required 200 games. But I like that they did that change where gold 4 people don't finish this thing in like a second like it was last time. It's all worth the same now. Bronze and silver and gold. Alright, thanks for joining. Have a good day there. Major Andre. Who's this guy again? Finax? 60% decreased defense and speed. Too bad it's single target. Attacks all enemies, 75% block buffs, and block cooldowns. Wow. He's not bad, eh? Oh, I got a thumb down. I wonder what that was for. Somebody doesn't like how I'm one-shotting everybody, I guess. It's... You're too strong, man. It makes me sad. Alright. Now the event is impossible. They should change things about silver and bronze rewards not to destroy the event. It's not impossible. It's just, it takes 240 games. Same amount of wins as I need. I mean, we all need 300 or 950 wins. It's not an OP team. It really isn't. Like, it's just volume. It's a lot of volume. Over 3 days, it's definitely doable because you get 39, was it 39 medals a day or tokens a day that you can use to farm. And that even without spending any gems, if you don't lose, you just have to cherry pick your teams that you're fighting. Don't fight teams that you're going to lose to. if you get even with farmable team, you could do it honestly with Diabolus, War Maiden, and Spirit Host, and like Kale. That team could easily do it. Just get defense down, enough speed on your turn booster to go first, get an AoE to go after your defense down, and kaboom, there you go. You do, however, um, probably need to save a good 500 gems or so, 400 gems. It wouldn't be possible to do without spending gems. So, I mean, if that's what you mean, then yeah, for sure you need to spend gems on it. But I don't think the only event that you don't need to spend gems on is the artifact event. And I think that the arena event out of all of them is pretty relaxed. It's at least doable for a free to play player, whereas um, the summon event is not for me. Same with a dungeon diving event; it's just not doable for me anyway, without spending. But for the arena, it's all right for me. I don't know what it's going to be like in the future, of course, because it seems like they change every time. But yeah, I mean, if you have to spend gems in order to get gems, it's not exactly benefiting me for sure. But I mean, the fact that we get rewards for doing stuff that we would be doing anyway is good. I was planning on doing these arenas anyway, right? So for me, it's a great event because I really wanted to update my Great Hall and I really wanted to get, um, you know, all that stuff done. But I don't think that the late game matters because they just switched the medals to every bronze is worth one now too. So the bronze and silver, it's the same for late game and early game now for arena. Exact same. There's no advantage. The only advantage, I guess, is that my team is developed already. But um, yeah. So I mean, in a situation like that, I mean, if you have to be that selective with your teammates, I can see that would be frustrating. I mean, your fights that you have to select and whatnot in order to win, but it's probably an issue with speed by the looks of it. You probably just need your turn boosters to have a lot more speed, and you probably just need. You don't want to invest in farmable heroes. Why is that? Well, I mean, depends on your list and what you got, right? These guys are no fun. See, even in Gold 4, you got very little competition, honestly. You just need to get your speed up to 200. Like, you don't need to have amazing champs. You don't need to get legendaries. You don't even need epics. All you need is to have defense down on the enemy team and an AoE. That's all you need. And then you just need a big AoE to go after that, and they're all dead. Don't need to worry about any of the champion names. You don't need to worry about any of that other complicated stuff. It's as easy as that. But that's what I'm saying. Your starter hero has a big enough AoE. Kale has a big enough AoE. Um, War Maiden has a big enough AoE. Berserker, the farmable Berserker has a big enough AoE. Um, well, so then get a farmable champ because I know you're saying you don't want to, but honestly, they're better than even epics because they can be skilled up. So if you skill up a Berserker all the way to full skilling, he's gonna hit a lot harder than you think. Yeah, I'll show Zargla right now. I don't know what other champions you have that might also be good AoE hitters, but at the very least, War Maiden is a defense down champion that can hit really hard, and she's farmable. And if you have her going first, right after your turn booster, so you have a turn booster with like 220 speed or 200 speed is probably all you need, even. And you can farm that gear from the speed chapter. You don't even need to go into the dungeon for this. Like, this can be done fast. This doesn't take long. I could make this farmable team in a couple of weeks, and it would be able to do gold 4, no problem. So what I did is I put on the cruel gear. I do like the cruel set quite a bit. Her crit damage isn't nearly what I'd like it to be, but her attack power is pretty decent, and her accuracy is a little under what I'd like it to be too, but it seems to be working okay. And her speed is just shy of 200. I'd like it to be over 200, but I'm making do with what I got. So that's the Zargi gear. But I still need a good team for Minotaur after for Clan Boss, after I focus a little bit on Arena. Well, a lot of the things that you want to do require these initial steps, and they're not horrible for Clan Boss either. Like, now that War Master is a thing, viability has increased significantly for Clan Boss. So you're not really wasting your time. If a champion is going to be really, really good in Arena, it's it's probably good in other places. Where's my brain? This guy I can auto. But yeah, I don't know about Berserker. He might not be any good in Clan Boss, but at least he's got that turn boost A1, which is pretty good actually. Well, you know what? He would be not bad in Clan Boss, believe it or not, just because of that turn boost on his A1. He's increasing his turn boost. He's like that's a lot of speed right there on his A1 that he gives himself because on every crit it's an additional 30% turn meter boost. What do you mean? Like look at my clan boss teams here. Watch how many of them have rares in their team. Look, 2 rares in the top team there, 1 rare there, 2 rares there, 2 rares there, 1 rare there. Like every team has a rare in it, so I don't wanna be hearing any nonsense like that. So rares are great in this game, and they're horribly undervalued. No, it's not that Apoth is special, it's just that Apoth has skills up and has been used and synergized, and like Apoth has great turn boosting and everything like that, but the base stats are the same as other rares. Like they're it's not that much better. Like Apoth has great skills, but um the base stats are pretty similar. It's just that you can't have under 1500 defense really on the clan boss or under 1,000 defense. But yeah, rares are definitely usable on the clan boss and good on the clan boss even because they're easy to skill up. Really, what you would want to do is get um, what was the question here? Would Berserker with full masteries and Savage set be redundant? No, it would be good because yeah, his AoE would ignore a lot of defense in that case, right? So I mean, Berserker is just an example. I'm not saying everybody should go and build Berserker, but he's definitely a farmable champion that can do a lot of damage. Um, but War Maiden is really the one that is worthwhile to get from the campaign, especially if you don't have a defense down. She's the one that I recommend to anybody who doesn't have a good AoE defense down champion, because when she does this Crumbling Blast, it's just like Zargala's Crumble. They even have the same name. So, I mean, you can already tell based off of that that they're similar. She's like the budget Zargala, basically. So you get a really high speed champion going first, and then you get Crumbling Blast going right after her turn boost. And yeah, getting her crit damage up is important too. But yeah, definitely good. And any AoE, any attack AoE to go after her. It doesn't even matter what it is because their defense is down. They're really, really vulnerable. So if you have a high crit damage stacked attack champion with an AoE that goes after any farmable champion, any attack AoE, even support AoEs would do the trick. It's just a matter of getting their defense down and getting that AoE out with high crit damage. And then gold 4 teams are melted all over the place. No problem. I mean, that's the same strategy I've used on all of my teams, on all of my accounts. They all have the same nonsense. Because it's the easiest budget way to make a good account. You don't need to have amazing champions, you just need to have farmed speed gear from the speed chapter in the campaign, farmable rare champions with just the right amount of speed and crit damage. And yeah, I'm trying to think of ones that would be good in the clan boss, but I honestly, um, I don't care about the clan boss that much, just because the clan boss, um, like without like you need Giant Slayer. Giant Slayer is such a big portion of it. Giant Slayer and War Master, poisons, defense down, weaken, counterattack, and debuff extensions. There's a lot of things that you need to have in your clan boss team that there's not really a whole lot of room for moving around. It's basically every like the best defense down champion that you have, the best weakened champion that you have, the best multi attack and best poison, the best whatever goes in the clan boss team. Yeah, I would like to see if how Berserker would do against the clan boss with that War Master ability given to him. Get lots of A1s in there with huge crits on the A2s. I've seen Berserker crit upwards of 100k with the A2. Really great multiplier there. And I've heard he's pretty good for Spider 2 with the AoE can hit decent. I'll definitely be building my Berserker for Faction Wars, so if none of you guys have built him by then, you'll see him at that point. Maybe one of these days I'll do a live stream of, well, I don't know if a live stream would be good for that, or just a really quickened video. If I just did a high speed video of the entire process of building this budget team that I'm always talking about. Because I haven't seen anybody do that team. I don't know why, but nobody uses Diabolist, even though she's like amazing. She's basically legendary, and she's completely forgotten about. Nobody even knows about her. Oh, that was funny. Lysandra puts her A2 on the wrong champ. Yeah, I mean, it'd probably take me at least a month to get it up and ready to demolish Gold 4. Especially if I made it from scratch. Oathbound is okay. What other defense champions do you have? Do you have any better defense champions or attack down champions? He's got a block cooldowns uh, skill, which is pretty decent. The A4 that he's got, or the A3 that he's got. Yeah, Rain Beast. Yeah, I would say Oathbound um, is usable. I don't know. Oathbound's one of the not like mid tier defense champ. Usable, but also very replaceable. I wouldn't food him, although I did actually, so I guess I would. But I just had Tayrell and Razin and Scar Veteran. They were all better. Doom Priest, Kale, Hope with Shield Set, and Rain Beast with Retaliation and Gold 3. Is that okay? It's okay. You're really missing turn boost and speed, I'm assuming. Um, and you're missing defense down and some quality debuffs. So, I mean, I would try to replace either Hope or Doom Priest, but probably Hope. And you could also maybe replace Rain Beast at some point with an AoE champ. But Rain Beast has his uses. I see him a lot. I mean, he's okay. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Or Blondie? I'll call you Blondie. Nice sunglasses. No problem. You're doing clan boss. Oh, nice. Well, I'm actually really curious to find out whether are you gonna use your flesh terror anytime soon, or when are we gonna know the result of that? Because flesh terror, I can't believe I didn't know about this like back when I fooded him. I didn't know I was gonna need a debuff extender when I fooded flesh terror, because it was before clan boss came out that I got him. I'm pretty sure. And I'm like, flesh terror, this guy looks garbage. It's like 7 months ago though. I've got one of my alts still. I'm level 40, 54, but all these top healers are supports you find in Arena I didn't have found in my shards, so not just farmable heroes can make you happy, I think. Alright, none of that was understandable for me, actually. Unfortunately, I'm not sure quite what you're talking about. But thanks, Ronnie, for commenting. I have a hard time reading text and understanding it sometimes when it's just like chats and conversations with people. Obviously, with reading a book, it's a little bit different, but I just don't like to misunderstand people. Alright. I definitely am a firm believer that you do not need luck in this game. You just need patience. You need, I suppose you need luck in order to get high clan boss numbers. A certain amount of luck to get a certain point. But in Arena, all you need is patience and understanding. Even dungeons are the same way because you can farm everything that you need. I think he means other heroes are also good than those many often use in Arena. Is there a rare hero which can prolong debuff or give counter on whole team? Yeah, there's 3 heroes that can do that. Martyr, Valkyrie, and Skullcrusher can put counterattack on the whole team, and they're very valuable. And Septimus, Warlord, and Flesh Terror can extend debuffs, and they're also very valuable. If I look at the healers or supporters people use in Arena, Apothecary, or Gorg, sorry, I used the German version of the game. I feel so underpowered. Well, um, yeah, I've never seen supports really be the difference, honestly, in Arena, other than Seeker. Seeker's really the big difference maker. You just need a good turn booster. That's really what you need, and you can farm that, like I've been saying. You're not underpowered because you can just go and get a Diabolist from chapter 12 and use her to turn boost your team. Or any turn booster, honestly. Just get a turn booster with 250 speed, get them to go first, get your debuffer to go second to debuff the enemy team with defense down, or weaken, or both. And then you spank them with your AoE, and then you don't need to rely upon RNG for any good healers or good tunes or anything. You can get them all from the campaign. Warlord is god tier for pretty much everything. Can only do 7.5 mil on hard clan boss. That sounds reasonable. That's fine. That's fine. Probably just needs speed and gear and the right debuffs. But 7.5 is going the right direction. Arena team thus far is Gorgrub, Anointed, Zargula. I don't have a hard-hitting epic trying to figure out that last spot. Anointed. Anointed in your arena team? That's not that bad. I mean, he's got the turn boost and crit. That's kind of cool. He's also got the A1 with the frost. Nice, nice. That's a cool idea. Um, even Kale. Do you have a Kale? Or what was your starter champ that you have? Because any your biggest AoE would be great for that last spot. And oftentimes your starter champ is going to have the biggest AoE just because they're skilled up with their rare skill tomes are easy to get. Okay, I want to run crit damage glows, but I'll switch him with Channeler or Diabolist base on matchup. Ethel was my starter. Yeah, Ethel can do enough damage. Yeah, I don't use Errol, but let me take a look at him after this. I've been kind of curious about his skill set and everything. What is your opinion on the latest events? They're pretty impossible to reach. Well, this one is 236 or 950 wins. If you are only getting one coin a win. So if you're in gold 4, however, it'd be 230 or whatever wins that you need to do. And you get 39 medals a day if you use every single one of them. So it is impossible to do without spending gems, but you only need to spend like 400 or so, 400 to 600. So it's not. I mean, I've saved up enough gems to do it, so it's not going to be impossible for me to do while being free to play still. Oh, Errol, you mentioned. Errol is pretty only good on Magic Castle, but can be very good on Magic Castle 20 later on. Ooh, good point. Good point on the stage 20. Is Errol not there? See his Sacred Order. Yeah, there he is. He steals buffs, eh? Steals all buffs from the target. Each hit has a 50% chance to ignore defense. Why do people use him in Clan Boss? I've seen him used in Clan Boss, but I don't know why. How many of my champs have maxed masteries? Most of them. The only one that doesn't is Knight Errant. Well, out of the ones that I use, Eris doesn't have full masteries. She's like virtually none. Because I stopped using her after Masters came out. And Astrolith I don't use, so she doesn't have full masteries. And Knight Errant's pretty new, so he still needs some masteries. But masteries take like 2 seconds to do now. When you're a veteran, that's why I tell everybody don't do Minotaur until you can do stage 15, because you're just wasting thousands and thousands of energy if you're not doing 15. So it's definitely a better idea to get the champs all to 60 who you want to be mastered up. But that all depends upon how patient you are. I mean, it's things are only better if you have more fun. It's all about having fun in games, which is, I think, what people forget about. But Diabolist's speed wave, I'd like to see how big I could get Diabolist to crit with that speed wave that she does. Because I just think it'd be really funny to have a team full of Diabolists to do for the demon faction, because I don't have too many demons. I only have Diabolist and Soul Drinker. So I'm gonna have 3 Diabolists and Soul Drinker go, maybe. But it'd still be a sweet team because they are manipulating the turn meter so much, and they all have a good AoE, and they all have a sleep A1. It'd actually be a pretty good team. That's what I think, anyway. Just get 2 of them with like 250 speed, and then another 2 with like 250% crit damage. Kaboom! Alright, after this, I'm going to switch in my Knight Errant because I want to get some big crits. Because that's what I eat. I eat crits for breakfast. High nutritional value in them. Not a lot of people know that crits have a lot of protein in them. Wait, Aaron Yes has a debuff extension also? No freaking way. Is this for real? Is this real life? Aaron Yes? The one that everybody obviously footed. I gotta see this now. Everybody's gonna regret feeding their Aaron Yes now. I don't know if any of you guys were there when Aaron Yes was the reward champion for playing for 7 days. She was the epic that you got for just playing for a week. But she was worthless. Nobody could use her because, well, she was worthless. Am I going to use Kalia for CB? I'm going to certainly bring Kalia up. Here's Erin, yes. Look at her. So wait. Block debuffs. No way. Unbelievable. Wow. That's too crazy. I'm just going to go to the washroom. I'll be right back. Alright. Yeah. Can't believe that. That's nuts. Everybody's going to be crying once they find that out. What mostly rare team would you use? All level 60s to get Minotaur down on level 15. Can't kill this level 13 Minnow. Um, well, literally any group of 560s can do Minnow. It's hard to recommend because it's just not a difficult thing. There's no like special synergies, nothing really. It's just a tank and spank. So there's no special strategy for Minotaur. It's just gear and levels. That's why I say get your team to 60 first, and then hit up Minotaur. Because you'll be able to do stage 15. I don't know, is that... That's not the language I understand. Let's use Google Translate. Oh, go. Nope. Can't pronounce that. It's an anime or something? Is it a good anime? Oh, Kali is the fire attacker from oh nice, from that anime or something. Naruto. I haven't seen that one before. That was one of the first animes my brother watched, I believe. 152K. That's a decent number. What do you need, Ronnie? If you want, you can send me your a pic of your list. Then I could actually help you. Here, let me just send you my Discord credentials in chat. And then what you do is you just take a screenshot of your hero list, and then I can give you some good ideas. Because it's hard to just recommend champions, because you have to have those champions in order to use them. Because I could recommend like Warlord, Bad L, and all those champs, it doesn't matter. Because you don't have them. But I mean, rares are a little bit different, I guess, because they're more common. But I don't even think I've gotten all of the rares yet, and I've played since August of last year. Crazy. Hard Den. It's a funny name. Except for Halberdier. Nice. Wow, that's actually impressive. Although you have quite the list. I mean, you've got lots of legendaries and epics. Like you've got a lot more epics than I've gotten. And you started like 6 months later than me, didn't you? Alright, get a big Raz and crit. It's great to crit 145k on a defense champ. Just doesn't feel right. I have Santa because of fusion. Yeah. Didn't you just send me your list? Well, I mean, you've got more 60s than I do. That's for sure. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 is what I see so far. That's a lot. You've got a way nicer list than me, that's for sure. Xavia, Santa, Ghostborn, Skull Crusher, Seeker, Juliana, Tayrel. I mean, you've got Bellower. You've got it all. Xavia. Yeah, 18 maxed heroes. That's crazy. Crazy. Oh, I keep on doing this where I leave in my Knight Errant team, um, even when it's against a team that I'm pretty sure they can't win against. It'll be a miracle if I win this one. Yikes. Oh, crap, yeah. Whoa. Oh, because I didn't have my full health. Yeah. That's too bad. I gotta really pay attention. Because if I keep failing like this, I'm gonna um, end up having to spend more gems than I want to. So rather than trying to get those big crits, which are really only good for the eyes, not good for anything else. I have 32 epics. I've not brought up to 6-star. Dude, that's way more than me. It's like 30 more than me. I've z- I have nothing in my vault. I don't keep anything in my vault. I literally am using all of my epics and legendaries other than Soul Drinker and Hope. But the rest of them I use, pretty sure. Yeah, I guess it's a big difference when you don't buy gems or whatever, buy shards. It's a huge difference, but I just figure I can't use more than 5 champions at a time. 100 rare heroes in the vault, jeez. Yeah, I've got nothing. I only keep things that I think are going to be valuable. Let's see if we can get a Skull Crown kill. Resilient. Yeah, Skull Crown certainly does her damage, that's for sure. Yeah, 8 legendaries. And you're yeah, and you started so much later than me too. It's a big difference, but I mean, Parsons has 86 legendaries. That guy's on a different level. I've got 3, but really I've only got 2. It's just uh Astrolith isn't really one I would consider a legendary, but I mean, I've got Lysandra and Razin at the very least who are pretty good. And I got them all within the first few months of playing, and I haven't gotten anything good since, other than Zargala. Yeah, Chumpford, same thing. Definitely not legendary by my standards, anyway. I'm just gonna do a Fire Knight dungeon while I do up my vape. So I'm the tard here with the legendaries. You're not a tard, it's good. If you don't have legendaries, it feels better when you win, you know? You're like the underdog. You probably get attacked in arena. I don't get attacked in arena because of my legendaries. But yeah, I mean, we played a long time. That's what it came down to. When I got my legendaries, it was right after I wrote that song for Raid, and I feel like they gave me some good RNG because I wrote them that song. Obviously, that's not the case, but it felt like it. Got 2 legendaries in January, then it took to the end of May for the next 2 legendaries. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's normal because it takes about 200 shards at least for you to get a legendary. The rate is around 0.5%. So if you're spending enough to get thousands of shards, then yeah, you're gonna get a few Legos here and there. But I don't think it's worth it personally, because it's such a small chance to get the right kind of legendary, and even when you do get an amazing legendary, it's really doesn't change your play that much. Unless you get Warlord, but there's only like 5 people that have Warlord. Did you get my list? Just, oh, let's see. Sorry about that. I haven't been looking my Discord. Okay. Nice. Got Gaelic there. Bellower is a really solid AoE champ. Like, really solid. I mean, you could use Bellower and Sinisha and Valkyrie in Spider, and that would be a pretty sweet Spider team if you put in Scion or Nizana, whatever her name is, also in there. Nizana, Bellower, and Sinisha with Valkyrie. Dude, that's a sweet Spider team you have right there. Also, you have Fleshed Hair. Nice, that's cool. You got lots of good champions there, Ron. Um, put up Ronnie's pick. We want to help him. Okay, yeah, let's try that out too. Sorry about that. Your third Void Crystal was Warlord? Oh man, I would jizz in my pants. Pardon my French. Sorry, it's gross, but still, that's what would happen. Bellower is definitely a solid one to do, man. Out of the ones that I see there, him and Juliana, Sinisha is pretty sweet. Errol apparently is good on Magic Dungeon and would have high damage with that 50% ignore defense on the A2 for 3 hits, which would be pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, just the ones that I've mentioned already. You gear him with crit damage. So you just try to get as much crit damage as you can on him. Crit damage substats, crit damage gloves, speed boots, speed sets. If you can't get Zerker sets, speed sets are probably going to be your best option. Oh yeah, sorry Deadpool. This is a sore topic for you, isn't it? Oh, I didn't even see the Zargala in there. Good catch there, Blondie. I can't believe I didn't even see Zargala. Wow. Well, I mean, you could do 4 pieces of speed. You could do 6 pieces of speed. Just really what's gonna get you the right stats. You want to have as much crit damage, like I said. Um, yeah. Main farmer. He can do 12.3 in what, 9 or 6 seconds? Yeah, that's true, eh? When you first started, we got along. Some good times. I remember when you had that Tayrell and Doom Screech. That was pretty sweet. I was jealous of your Doom Screech actually, because I really wanted to do the Doom Screech, Tayrell, and Razin team. Well, attack isn't as important as crit damage. Um, Attack, you definitely want to have your attack percentage chest, and you know when you can get attack percentage, it's great. But crit damage is going to be a little bit more, well, a lot more damage actually. So maxing crit damage is good. Yep. But I mean, you could go with depending upon your team, you could go with either speed boots or attack percentage, depending upon your setup, depending upon what you're using him for. Because with the boots, he's going to be getting those monster crits out, but with the speed, he'd be getting them out just a little bit more often. So I mean, with if he's just farming, you don't need the speed boots on him. But for other areas, speed boots could be the difference between life and death. So um, yeah, I opened 2 void crystals, got Bellower and Warlord, but then used Bellower as food. Jeez. Yeah, we've all done something like that at one point. It hurts a little bit. I mean, I'm feeling the Flesh Terror food pretty bad right now. I can't believe I fed Flesh Terror. I just wasn't thinking, I guess. Yeah, exactly. You get Warlord and you're set. Pretty much the best champion in every instance. Because he's the top of the line in his synergistic abilities. That passive and that cooldown skill where he puts everybody else's skills on cooldown. What is Flesh Tear in German? I don't know. He's a skinwalker, epic skinwalker, support, epic skinwalker support, and I'll show him after this, Ronnie. But yeah, you had him, didn't you? You've got him. Um, Fourth row down, third from the left on that screenshot. That's Flesh Tear. But yeah, if you pair him up with a good poison debuffer, doesn't look like you've got any right now, but once you do get one, uh, yeah, I don't see any poison debuffers up on your screen other than Outlaw Monk, which, oh, Kale. Kale can. Kale's actually maybe a good idea to mesh with Flesh Terror. And, yeah, let me look at Septimus and Flesh Terror after this. Well, for sure Septimus. I don't know if Ronnie needs Flesh Terror anymore or if he's good. But I'm just gonna quickly finish up this dab. I found it so funny that once I switched my cold hearts out of this team, I was able to auto it fine and quicker. I would have thought that cold heart would have made this dungeon go by better, but nope. Not for me anyway. Cold heart's definitely a good option for this dungeon though. Alright. On Septimus, I'm just not sure if he's built with reflex or if he would be built with pure speed, or what other people are building him for. I just kind of want to look at his skill set before I make my final recommendation on that. Let's see if we've got any builds for him. All right. So I can't find any Septimus builds on Discord, but I'll just try to give my own recommendation. I always get this critical heal gear. I don't know why it's the chapter 12 gear and campaign, and in that dungeon it's just worthless gear. It's only usable on champions that crit on their heals. It's like a few champions that can use that gear. It's bizarre. Bizarre. He's Banner Lords. Right there. There he is. So, he's got very high attack. Wow. 1674 base attack. He might be, you use attack percentage chest and boots on him. I would imagine just because of that attack stat is so high. Each attack has a 30% chance of increasing the duration of all debuffs on the target. So, having high speed on him would be very good for his passive. You would want him with like 220 speed or 200 speed around that at least. And using speed sets on him for sure. Or even retaliation by the looks of it, because each attack has a 30% chance. So that would include a retaliation attack. So you could build him with retaliation or speed. And then attack percentage chest and boots. Now, does he need accuracy for this to work? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. It seems like it's just, I mean, anything that has a 30% chance seems like it needs accuracy, so I'm not sure on that. It's not like he needs accuracy for anything else, right? Because this is will ignore shield and block damage buffs. And, yeah. Yeah, just, like I said, just speed sets or retaliation. Do attack percentage chest and boots. Do crit damage gloves, crit damage amulet, crit percentage stats. Yeah. Just try to get your crit percentage up to the around the 65% to 100% range, and then get your crit damage up after that to as high as you can get it. If you can get your crit damage up around 200%, then you're going to be happy with him. Bellower maybe wouldn't have as much of a crit, or sorry, accuracy focus. But he does use accuracy, so I mean, accuracy isn't wasted on him at all. Ooh, Royal Huntsman, eh? Will ignore defense by 100%. It says that. That's what it says. But it still doesn't do as much damage as Knight Errant's A3, which doesn't ignore any defense. Nice. Whale Rider. I wonder if that guy is a whale. Probably. If his name's Whale Rider. With 4 of the best legendaries in the game. But that rare team that I was talking about, it'd be able to school that team no problem. Those legendaries are just flashy for no reason, you know? They still get beat by speed and defense down and heavy AoEs. What you gonna do? Oh. Thanks. Now I can kill him again. Al Capone. It's a pretty serious name. Yeah, get all that crit on Bello instead. You don't want to worry about too much else other than getting him to be a destructive monster machine. But that's cool that you got Bellower, Sinisha, Nizana. That's a really good team for a spider that you have there with Valkyrie. Like, that's amazing. Pretty much as good as it gets. Actually, Royal Guard is apparently. And Ray. Ray would be really good too. But definitely up there. Did I win over Whale Rider? Yeah. I smashed him in 2 shots. Smashed him. Yeah, that's what's so crazy to me is how much people spend and then they still get smashed by me who doesn't spend. Like, so did spending really get you far in Arena? I guess not. Where spending helps the most is in Clan Boss, I've noticed. That's really where it matters. It's like you genuinely need counterattack and you genuinely need debuff extensions. And if you don't have those, then your damage suffers like big time. E-Sig hiding at 100%. That's funny. No, I'm not hiding it too much. Although I wish it was an E-Sig. No, I don't wish it was an E-Sig. I'm happy with what it is. In Canada, it's legal, so that's all that matters. Alright. I think Habits is the guy that spends the most in this game though. Or like the most I've heard. Aw. Way to make me feel sad. One shot in my Razin like that. Like it's no big deal. The champion's kind of broken though. The Macabre. He's just, I don't know. Shouldn't be used with HP and attack. I don't like it when they mix the two stats, like, they force you to choose one, really. There's a few more in his clan who spend crazy, but he shows it in part of community. The others more sneak around. Yeah, some people are like ashamed of it, and some people are just like blatantly out in the open. I spend like 10 grand a week. It's like, oh, really? So, last question to that level 6 thing. Bellower, better than Cold Heart? For you, yeah. At this point, yes. Because you'll be able to farm with Bellower everywhere, and Bellower smashes in the arena too after you get in a good defense down. Well, I mean, he can also do the defense down, but he's not really for that. But yeah, definitely Bellower for sure. I still haven't brought my Cold Hearts up to 6 star, and I've had them for almost a year. Cold Heart is pretty damn viable at 50. You just can't use her with GS at that level. That's the only thing. Oh, this guy, Casey. I don't think I can beat Casey. Uh, that's the guy I can't win against, right? I don't know. I'm pretty sure, but I don't want to lose any more battles because I lost recently. Just to stupidity. But I'm pretty sure that Casey guy is the one guy I'm having a lot of trouble with beating. There's a few teams that are faster than me, but if I switch to defense with my Seeker and put in Tayrel, then a lot of the time they can survive. But I don't think I can do that with Casey. I think he just melts me no matter what. But yeah, I don't know. I really want to try. Does anybody remember if that's the right Casey, the one that beat me or not by melting my team? Because I just don't know. This guy, Casey with the Kaimar Valkyrie team. It doesn't look like it should be able to win. I'm just gonna try it. What's the harm in trying it? There's no harm. It's just one token. Curiosity literally kills the cat. In this case, probably. Whoa! Whoa! Boy, am I glad I did this now. Looks dangerous. Is Casey's the one, or is it Casey June? Casey Jun or something? Me and my aphasic memory. I think he's got multiple teams with the same or similar name. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it is a clan. It's possible. That would explain it. Because there's been a few that have, with that name that I've found to be potent. And this guy might win too. Look at this team. Now this is a dangerous team. Because I've always thought of Ray as the top AoE champion. Because the A1 decreases the defense on the AoE. Like, what? And then this removes all buffs, has a 50% chance of placing a freeze, like, does too much. And this is inflicting 50% more damage against targets under debuffs. So, like, if they didn't die already, they're gonna definitely die with that. It's basically like Knight Errant's A3 on everybody. Just with like 15% reduction in damage because it would be too OP otherwise. But let's die real quick to this guy. Wait! No, dead. Alright. Well, it turns out that there is a team on the list there that can beat me. It just wasn't Casey. I thought maybe 94k power, maybe I had more speed, but that's just one of the best teams in the game, if not the best team with speed anyway. The best Zerker team. I can't think of a better lineup than that. Like freaking Ghostborn. Sheesh. He's such an animal. But that guy wasn't building his Ghostborn right. Or at least maybe he was focusing all on speed instead of damage, but he could have been doing more damage than that. Shamrock. He's kind of a funny character. Let's go for this fella. Level 54. Uh, if I wasn't doing this event, I would probably try to kill him over and over and over again until I successed. But considering the events of the day, well, there's 3 days to do this event, which is 107 medals or so that I would get naturally. Then I need 230 wins, so that's at least 400 gems that I need to spend, because 100 gems, or 100, wait. Yeah, no, 10 refills is 400 gems. Yeah, no, that's correct. But at any rate, I think I'm gonna stop the stream and I might do. Well, actually, I'll just do more arena. I don't care about my energy being full at this point in time. I'll wait until my back gets bad and then I'll stop the stream. You are at 168p. What does the P stand for? Sorry if we were just talking about it. Oh, points. Yeah. Of course. Of course. Yeah, we're getting there. It'll just take a while. It's a little faster if I'm on auto with this team rather than trying to do my Knight Errant crits every time. Getting greedy with my crits cost me like 4 losses or something. This is my favorite, is when you find a freaking guy like this who just has like an unbeatable Vrask. Mostly because it seems counterattack procs way too often. I've been on the losing end of a Vrask fight like that before, when the Vrask has like, I fought against a Vrask who's healing for, was it 9 or 8k every hit? Yeah, something like that. And I just couldn't do enough damage. I was a red champion trying to beat out a Vrask. I think it was my Zarg and Soul Drinker and a Seeker on my other account, and I lost to a Vrask. It's pretty sad. But Vrasks can be pretty hardcore. Oh, and there's another team where it was two Vrasks, Santa and Roche. And I mean, I don't even have to talk about what that does. It's like, talk about HP going nuts. Or was it Roche? Or was it, um, was it, I think it was Gorgoroth, not Roche. My bad. Really fuzzy memory. Okay. Yeah. I don't know how people get such high crit and HP on Vrask. I don't know if it's just that I haven't ever had that good of crit on my gear, if I've just never gotten crit rating or what, but my Vrask sucks. Just can't get his HP up. No, and nobody should use Luthia. Don't use her. Starter champs are better. Farmable champs are better. Like all of them are. It's just that she's so squishy and her damage is so bad. That's the problem with her. Her multipliers are just garbage. I think she's just chosen to be the worst epic, honestly. I think that's what happened. She was just chosen. And it sucks because sometimes the champions that they choose have like reasonable appearing skills. And then when you use them, you're like, whoa, this champion's really bad. She was my first epic that I got. I was so excited to get my first epic because back when I started, it was like it took a month for you to get your first epic, basically. And you were working with your starter champions and you just had to make do with them. And some uncommons, even. I was leveling uncommons back then. I had Sniper in my team. Uh, Throat Cutter. Um, Throat Cutter, I was able to crit 62k with. Got that in a video on my Jordan Martin's account, which might be connected to this one, I'm not sure, but it's at least a video somewhere. But yeah, Throat Cutter can crit buckets. And it wasn't even in good gear, it was common gear that I had on. Throat Cutter is who I'm talking about, an orc uncommon. Let's see about killing this girly. Luthia. I wanted her poison to have a higher application rate. If her poison was like 100% application rate, like it should be. I have no idea why it's not. But if it was, it'd be better. What do you think? Is that going to be better in this situation? To kill Martyr or Bad L, maybe? I don't know. Let's just try Razin and Tayrel instead. Shamrock. I want to know if he's named after the MMA fighter slash boxer, or if it's just a cool ogre name. Come on, get a taunt. Why you know taunt? Wow, I can't get anything. Well, that wasn't expected. I don't know what I was thinking was going to happen, but that wasn't what I thought. So, definitely don't want Martyr to get a turn. That's just what I don't want to happen. But it's looking like yeah. Alright. As long as Martyr gets killed, that's the most important thing. But yeah. I fought this so derpy. I could have killed a lot of these guys at one point or another, but instead didn't. Okay, now I can get this up on the bad L. So it's looking like Razin's gonna be dead for sure. There's nothing I can do about that. I've had really bad luck with all of my debuff application. I'm gonna have to change this. Managed to get him at the end, but not at the beginning. So I really shouldn't obsess over guys while I'm on an event, but I can't help it. I just can't help it. Well, it's two of those guys. I have a better option with him. I really do. If I went this route, maybe. Because what's the thing that Shamrock does first is that. I don't know. Whatever. Let's find out. If I fail this time, then I won't bother with trying to beat the weird team. I've never seen a Shamrock be annoying before. but it's really just how tanky these guys are. Okay, let's get some applications. Thank you. Now it should be fine. Big freaking difference, that's for sure. Night and day. Night and day difference. Well, I totally fought it like a noob the last time too. I like hit all the wrong targets. Pretty much fought it the worst way I could have. Yeah, I wish I saw more people that I knew. Deadpool. I never get to see any of my clanmates or anybody. It's sad. Whoa. It's another one of those no debuff days. Sure is weird. It's like stacking resilience or something. Maybe that is what's happening. We can't have you with a team. Oh. Wow, bad luck with Tyrell. I'm not gonna keep Tyrell in. He's coming out next. I mean, he's got like 150 accuracy, so he should be okay. Hexweaver? I don't remember. Is Hexweaver the epic or the rare? The only difference in being in a top rated clan is that I don't uh, get enough opportunities to kill the Nightmare boss. It goes down too fast. That's the problem with being in a top rated clan. So, I mean, as long as you can do Nightmare boss, that's good, but you don't want a clan that's too top because then you need to be doing a 2 key ultimate because there's just not enough health on the boss to go around for everybody to get an ultimate chest. So there's a happy medium. You want to be in like a clan that isn't sniping the nightmare boss within the first few hours of the day. And you also want to at least be in a clan that has the nightmare boss available. Mr. P. Mr. P. What do you think? Is he faster than me? The Mr. P. Once there's 6-star out, I'm gonna just farm speed gear straight until I get 300 speed. And then nobody's gonna be faster than me ever again. Whoa. Look at this guy. I wasn't expecting that. Jeez. What was that? That was crazy. Lord Shazar is just on a rampage. That was great. I kind of want to fight him again. I'm sorry. I'm going to. I really waste my medals. But I've got gems to spend on this, so let's see what happens when I do that. All I did was increase my resilience by 90. Let's see if it makes a difference. Whoa. Everybody got iced still. Wow. Well, at least Seeker managed to stay alive, and he resisted everything like a boss. Oh wait, nope. Never mind. The last one still got him. That's cool, man. What a cool team. If you can get a team like that, there's very little you can't do. The world's your oyster, Mr. P. Brilliant. I gotta get me one of those Sherry's that freeze on the auto and then freeze on the A1. With she probably has 300 accuracy and like 250 speed or something like that. Because my 150 resilience wasn't good enough at all. Wasn't good enough at all. Hexweaver the rare has speed on her buff, right? And a little heal. But yeah, having a speed buff is good. I don't know um, what else she does though. She's the dark elf. Let me just check who you're talking about here. I think I should burn through my energy and get some food. Here's Hexweaver. Crit and speed, yeah. Too bad it doesn't do a turn boost. Yeah, she's not that good. The speed buff is only 15%. Um, so there's better farmables that you could do for speed buff, like Eris is an attack champion that you could even do for that. And she's viable in a lot of places in the dungeon too because of her removing the debuffs for Void Dungeon, especially. She can help with that. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna stop the stream at this point. So thank you guys all for watching and for hanging out. I'm gonna try to stream a little bit more often now that my life's a little bit less busy. But we'll find out what I end up doing. Thanks again, and have a good rest of your day.